for anybody who was gone when we did the 1040 information, I just wanted to go through one more time for you guys so that you understand what we're trying to do here with the taxes. So you're gonna fill out first name, last name, social security number. So Jane Doe Jones, whatever her name is, and social security number. Not doing a joint return because all the ones we're doing are single. Home address 123 5th Street, New Richmond, Wisconsin 54017. Okay. So we've got the top part done. Now we clicked single because that's the only one that we're doing there. And then I'm going to erase this part so we can see the rest. Alright, now down to digital assets. We haven't done any digital assets, so we're going to skip that one. For the standard deduction, if you're being claimed on your parents' taxes, you must check this box. So just remember that please when you do your own. We are doing this person with no dependents, so we don't have any dependents, any children. And then down here, you need to figure out how many times it says add and subtract. So total, which is the same as add, right? And then we've got add, subtract, add, subtract. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what you're trying to do here is you're gonna write the income on this line, like all the money from jobs from box 1. And it says here box 1, so pay attention because that's the only thing you need from that form. If they have interest, it's gonna go here, and that's called a 1099 INT. If they have stocks, it's gonna be here, and it's gonna be a 1099 DIV, and those amounts are gonna go over here. So let's say that this Jane has 3 jobs and the total income from all 3 jobs is $36,100. So we added all 3 jobs from box 1 to get her income. Taxable interest, she has taxable interest, she's got $52, and we don't use cents on here, so if it's over 50 cents, round up. If it's under 50 cents, round down. Let's say she has no stocks, so we're gonna say 0 there. So now it says add lines 1A to 1Z, so that's her income, 36,100. Now it says add the lines here, so that's these 3, and so that's going to be on line 8. So I've got 36,152. Adjustments from schedule 1. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not an add. I'm going to erase this one. I did that wrong. That's actually like this. Like that. Okay, it just moved a little on me. Okay, so we added, that's actually line 9, so I'm going to erase this. And it's 36,152. Okay, sorry about that. Subtract line 10 from 9. So subtract 0 from this number is just going to give us this number again, because we don't have anything, whatever's in 10. And it says add lines 12 and 13. We have 0 and 0, so that's a 0. And then it says subtract line 14 from line 11. So our line 14 was 0, I believe. Let me line that up. Sorry. Okay, our line 14 was 0, and it says to subtract line 0 from 11, which is this amount, our total. So our total tax we're gonna be, oh, missed a bold. Okay, I forgot to tell you. After you do all the adds and subtracts, you have to do the bolds. So it says, subtract the standard deduction, and that's right here, $13,850. So now we're gonna subtract $13,850, and that's gonna be the amount the person's gonna pay tax on. So, all right. So that number, I'm gonna grab a calculator. So 36,152 is her total income, minus the standard deduction of 13,850. This one is gonna be line 15. So we have the standard deduction here of 13,850. And I apologize, this stuff kinda got mixed up because of my moving the screen here. It says add lines 12 and 13, so 13,850. And then it says subtract line 14 from 11. So 11 was the 36,152. And the difference is 22,302. Now, this is what the person's gonna pay tax on, is their total income minus the standard deduction. So then you're gonna go to the other side. Let's see if I can figure out how to erase all of this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to page 2, and I know that from the other side, I'm gonna make this a little smaller so I don't get the lines messed up again. Okay, so on page 2, I know that my income on the other page, I'm just gonna write it here, 22,302. Alright, so now I have to go to the tax table. So I go to this tax table, and it's linked by the W-1040 form, and I have to find 22,302. So 22,000, I'm at 1,000 to start, so I have to go down to 22,000. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what tax did this person owe. So here's 22,000, and I need 22,302. So it's between 22,300 and 22,350, because it's every $50. So here is the tax I owe, $24.59. $24.59. Okay, going back to this. So the amount of tax that she owes is $24.59. Now again, I have to do the bold. Anything else bold? Okay. Then I have to do the adds and subtract. So add, subtract, add, subtract, add, subtract. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is correct. The other page had 6 if I did that one that said total income. So I have my tax amount. Next, I have to add lines 16 and 17, so that's just gonna be the same, $24.59. And then it says amount from schedule, whatever, we don't have any, so add lines 19 and 20 is 0. Subtract line 21 from 18 is just gonna be the same amount, so that's line 22, $24.59 again. Add lines 22 and 23, so again, $24.59. Okay. Now, this is really important. How much tax was taken out of her paychecks? So I said she had 3 W-2s, so you add all 3 tax amounts taken out in box 1 on her federal tax withheld. So I'm gonna say she had $3,459 taken out of her paychecks. It says here add lines 25A to 25C, and so that's again her tax paid, $34.59. Oh, alright. And then it says, box 32 says add 27 to 31, which is 0. And then it says add lines 25, all these, so we're gonna have 3459, again, her tax paid. And then it says if this amount is bigger than the tax she owes, she has a refund, which she does. And you subtract the bigger number from the smaller number. So we subtract 3459 minus 2459, and in this case, the amount of her overpay is $1,000. Now the next line is kind of silly. It says, how much do you want of that $1,000? We want $1,000. Okay. We don't have to do anything down here because we don't owe any money. So you can skip that. Sign your return, Jane Doe, and it says date is just today. I don't even know, 16/24. Occupation, let's say it said that she worked at a computer place, so let's say she's a IT specialist. Okay. We have everything we need. So again, just go back and watch this, plug in different numbers, and see if it makes sense. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. Always here to help.